Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. So మనమైతే ఇంకా జావా oops కాన్సెప్ట్ గురించి ఈ వీడియోలో తెలుసుకుందాం. So in every interview or Java interview questions we can be previously asking the questions what is the Java, what is the pillars of Java. So let us move to what is the answer. So Java oops in one shot. ఈ వీడియోలో అయితే మనమైతే ఒక వన్ షాట్ లోని ఈ జావా oops కాన్సెప్ట్ గురించి అయితే మనమైతే తెలుసుకోబోతున్నాం. సో లేట్ చేయకుండా ఇంకా వీడియోలోకి అయితే వెళ్ళిపోదాం. సో oops means basically Java oops means Java object oriented programming paradigm. So in this oops concept is mainly used to design a program using of classes and objects. So what are the types and what are the pillars of oops in Java? We can be discussing, we can do it. Abstraction and encapsulation and inheritance and polymorphism. This is the four pillars in oops. This is the main topic and previously asking the questions. And also we can be using of classes and objects. We can be structure is called, this is a oops structure. We can be using of classes and objects and abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. This is the very important questions in oops concept. So లేట్ చేయకుండా అయితే ఇంకా వన్ బై వన్ మనం అయితే తెలుసుకుందాం. In Java oops concept, first we can discussing about class. First of all, basically class is called as a collection of objects is called as a class, and it is the collection of data members and methods is also called as a class. So basically class is a blueprint of a Java or templates. In class can be creates of individual objects. It is a class is a logical entity and class does not consume any space. We can considering as a class syntax, we can checking here syntax class name, opening brace, field and methods is the syntax for the class, and example means animal. We can take a animal. Animal means we can different types of animals is there, and we can take a car means bench, Audi, Toyota is a class, and human and fruits is the example for the class. Coming to object, object is a instance of a class. In the object means it is a real world entity is also called an object. Basically real world entity means in real world entity has a state is there and also behavior is there. To represent to each real world object is created. Must and should object is created. Object contains address and takes some space in a memory. Java objects are data members and methods. Here data members is represents as a state and method has represents as a behavior. To create of an object at runtime class is required. So let us take an example. We can take a room, that is in pen, chair, table, keyboard and bike is the example for the object. And also real world example, that time we can be told a dog is an object because it has a state like color, name, breed. Behavior like has wagging the tail and barking, eating, etc. We can the real world example for an object. So let us go to syntax for the object means class name reference variable is equal to new class name is the example for the object. Here example code for the class and object. Let us take a class has a mobile, and we can take a int is a RAM and string is a ROM. We can take the main method public static void main string args. Let us take data type is a mobile and variable name is s1 is equal to new mobile. We can take the system.out.println of variable name dot RAM and variable dot system.out.println of variable dot ROM. We can the example for the classes and objects in this program. In every interviewer asking what is the class, what is the object, we can told in this answer Interviewer is very good. Your performance, exactly told. Coming to pillars of a OOPS, first topic is an abstraction. Basically, abstraction is called as a not complete or partially not clear. Exposing necessary things and hiding unnecessary things is called as an abstraction, or hiding internal details or showing functionality is also called as an abstraction. So, process of providing a complex implementation and providing a necessary functionalities is also called as an abstraction. Example means we call any other person, we don't know the internal processing is the example for an abstraction. Coming to what is the, so we can using in abstraction in a Java, interface is used to achieve an abstraction. Interface is a type which contains abstract methods. So by using an abstraction, user can develop this program interface type. Service provider to provide the multiple implementation of interface. At runtime, according to the instance created, implementation is executed. Abstraction example means we can take the user friendly and loose coupling. Abstraction is mainly using for whatever using of Android applications or ATM machines. We can using for the whatever we do the checking balance and withdrawals and debit cards and printing bills, we can be mainly using for this abstraction. Coming to real world example for an abstraction means when we are driving a car, that time we are only concerned about driving a car, like whatever we can do a start or stop, and car can has accelerate and brake. This is the answer for an abstraction. Clear answer. Now what is an abstraction in interview? You can be asked. This answer is super. In OOPS concept, second topic is encapsulation. What is encapsulation? So basically, encapsulation is a binding or wrapping data together into a single unit or single entity is called as encapsulation. Or wrapping data code in a single entity or single code or single unit is also called as encapsulation. In encapsulation, created private data members and provided data members through public methods is also called as encapsulation. So in encapsulation, creating public methods which is used to update private variables is known as a setter or muter. Public methods which is used to read private variables is called as a getter or accessor. So let us take a real world example. Capsule, it is wrapped or mixed with different medicines. Or school bag. In school bag can keep our books, pen, pencil, laptops, erasers, sharpeners. Is the real world example for the encapsulation. So it is the example for the class is the example for the encapsulation. In OOPS concept, third point is inheritance. What is inheritance? What are the types of inheritance? So basically, inheritance is subclass is derived from the superclass is called as inheritance. One object is acquired to another object is also called as inheritance. So acquiring properties from one class to another class is also called as inheritance. Fourth point, the class which properties is acquiring is called as a superclass or base class. The class which properties is acquiring is known as a subclass or derived class. Here superclass is also called as a base class. Subclass is also called as a derived class. So by using of inheritance, Java provides extends keyword to achieve the inheritance, and it provides a code reusability and it achieves a runtime polymorphism. So here subclass is derived from the superclass, or parent class is derived from the child class. So there is the types of inheritance is there: single inheritance and multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance. So here single inheritance is subclass is derived from the superclass is called as a single inheritance. So multiple inheritance not supported in Java due to ambiguity issue. Here multiple level inheritance. So multiple superclasses and one subclass is known as a multiple inheritance. Coming to hierarchical inheritance, one superclass and multiple subclasses is called as a hierarchical inheritance. In this question, what is inheritance, what is the types of inheritance is very frequently asking in interview, Java interview OOPS pillars concept. This is the best answer. Coming to last topics in OOPS concept in Java, polymorphism. Basically, polymorphism is in many forms. Poly stands for the many and morphism stands for the forms. So one task can perform the different ways is called as a polymorphism. A method or entity showing different behaviors in different situations is also called as a polymorphism. So let us take the example. So in real world example, we can be told in school behave like a student, in home behave like a son, in bus behave like a passenger, in shop behave like a customer. In Java we can be used method overloading and method overriding. So there is a two types of polymorphisms, compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. So compile time polymorphism is overloaded method example and runtime polymorphism is overridden method example. Coming to compile time polymorphism. So compile time polymorphism is called to overloaded methods is resolved at compile time based on the arguments or parameter is known as a compile time polymorphism. The example means toss the coin and IPL match is the example for the compile time polymorphism. Coming to runtime polymorphism, call to overridden methods is resolved at runtime based on instance of an object type is known as the runtime polymorphism. So runtime polymorphism is example for the cat speaks meow and dog woof bow. The example for the compile time polymorphism is method overloaded methods and runtime polymorphism is method overridden methods. We can discussing about next topic we can method overloading and method overridden. So it is also one more example for let us take a draw a polygon like square and rectangular and rhombus. Or one more example, a girl, she can be daughter, sister, wife, mother, grandmother. So this is the polymorphism answer. Here aggregation and composition is a part of a OOPS concept. Let us discuss. What is an aggregation? So basically aggregation is storing one object to reference in another object reference is known as a aggregation. So here aggregation represents has a relationship. Let us take an example. Car has a music player. Student has a mobile phone. Classroom has a student. Human has a car. This is the aggregation. So coming to composition. So here composition is a form of a aggregation. So aggregation is mandatory is called as a composition. In composition there is a time dependency between two entities. Here composition means one entity cannot exist without has a other entity is also called as a composition. So example let us take car has a engine, human has a heart is the example for the composition. So these overall all parts is called as the OOPS pillars and classes as class and objects also called as pillars of OOPS and it is a part of aggregation and composition is also pillars of OOPS. So ఈ వీడియో మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే ఖచ్చితంగా సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసి లైక్ చేసి షేర్ చేసి ఇలాంటి వీడియోస్ మీకు జావా ట్యూటోరియల్ వీడియోస్ మీకు కావాలంటే కింద కామెంట్ చేస్తారని కోరుకుంటూ మీ నవీన్ బన్నీ పల్లెటూరు అబ్బాయిలు.